Derek here, All MMA channel. Going to review UFC 121 from last night. Great night of fights. Even though only one fight was stoppage, still a great night. Every fight was entertaining. Going to get right to it. First fight of the night, Brendan Schaub, Gabriel Gonzaga. You could tell right from the opening bell, Schaub was superior on the feet. Hands down. Came out, won the first round. Gonzaga had good leg kicks going. Especially the only thing he had going was good leg kicks. You know, throughout the whole fight, Gonzaga had great leg kicks going on, but he stopped doing them halfway through the second round. It was the only thing that was working for him, and he just decided, hey, well, I'll just stop doing that because he's beating my ass anyway. Didn't quite understand that. Schaub went for 2 takedowns in the fight where Gonzaga was actually able to get good position on him. So you kind of want to think Gonzaga, wrong strategy, should have pressured, should have went for the takedowns more. Nonetheless, Brendan Schaub wins by UD decision. Where does he go next? Brendan Schaub, Congo. I think that's the next step in progression for him. Gonzaga, give him an easy fight till the next new guy comes up and see where that guy is. Second fight of the night, Tito Ortiz, Matt Hamill. Interesting fight. In the first round, Tito Ortiz came out. Good hands, just bum rushed Matt Hamill right from the get-go. I actually gave Tito the first round, but the second and third round, Hamill showed that why he's a Division III wrestling champion. He won the second and third round with his wrestling. He ended up winning by the UD decision. Tito, unfortunately, he's going to be cut from the UFC. It's kind of an in for an air for all of us who've been there since the beginning of this thing, but Tito he's done. Matt Hamill, where does he go from here? He's at that top 10 level now as far as fights of guys he needs to be fighting. The unfortunate thing for him, but the fortunate thing for us is all these guys are booked to fight each other. The only one that's not booked to fight, and there's been talks of him retiring, as all you guys know, is Randy Couture. Is that a fight that maybe Couture would take as Matt Hamill? I think Couture wins that fight, so I don't see why he wouldn't take it. It's see how that plays out, or if Hamill's just kind of on the back burner waiting for stuff to pan out. Third fight of the night. Diego Sanchez, Paulo Thiago. Diego come out slow. Thiago was throwing heavy hands. About the end of the first round, the pace of the fight was starting to pick up. I gave the first round to Paulo. Halfway through the second round, guys, the nightmare Diego Sanchez has returned to us. And I hope this can continue because he is such an exciting fighter. Because he does push a pace like only few guys can do. Diego with that big slam. I watched the movies last night at the theater. When he picked up that slam and was running across the cage screaming, man, the place erupted. It was fucking awesome. Diego Sanchez pushed the pace, and by the end of the third round, you could see that Thiago wanted to have nothing more to do with this fight. He ended up making it to the end of the fight. Diego Sanchez decision. One judge gave it to him 30-26. Ridiculous. I had it 29-28 Diego. I don't know where the 30-26 came from, but nonetheless, Diego wins. Hopefully, Diego will stay at welterweight because it does seem like when he cuts that weight to go to lightweight, that he's not the same fighter and he can't push the same pace for all 3 rounds. He looked really good last night. I think he can get in better shape. You can tell he's still carrying around some fat last night. So, if he can get that together, and you become the Diego Sanchez, he can be a top 10 fighter in that division. I don't know who he fights next in that division. It's kind of panning out. I think rankings-wise for me, Matt Serra, which that fight's not going to happen. So we'll just have to wait and see how Diego goes. Paulo Thiago, he's going to get probably a guy just coming up next, because if he loses his next fight, he will be cut. He's lost 2 in a row now. I think 3 out of his last 4. So we'll see how that plays out. Co-main event of the evening, Jake Shields, Martin Kampmann. The fight went exactly how I'm sure I thought it would go, how you guys thought it would go. Shields would get just enough takedowns to win the fight. And I scored it 29-28 Shields. Kampmann didn't let his hands go in the fight. It was a shame because Shields was able to get him down, but Kampmann just, he was able to get back up when Shields got him down, so you would think when they got back on their feet, Kampmann would throw more hands, but he didn't do that. He tried too many submissions on Shields, and Shields showed why he is one of the best grapplers in the world. You know, my only problem with Shields is he's overhyped. He's not a top 10 fighter in that division or any division. Jake Shields, Jon Fitch, co-main event 125. You heard it here, guys. I'm calling it right now. That card needs a co-main event. Jon Fitch, Jake Shields, #1 contender fight. There's no way, in my opinion, you can give Jake Shields the title shot after that performance. It was not a great performance. Martin Kampmann, Carlos Condit next. I want to see that rematch. Condit's moving up. I think they're about equal in the rankings now. Great fight. I want to see that. Main event of the evening, Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez. Damn, Brock Lesnar, even in defeat, never disappoints. Just came out, balls to the wall, I'm going to knock you out, or he brought it. Say what you will. But once Brock was able to get takedowns, Cain popped right back up. Once Cain started landing the punches, the Shane Carwin first round came back into play. Brock Lesnar does not like getting hit. Some fighters, you know, when they get hit, they become better fighters. It seems like Lesnar, if you hit him, you pressure him, he folds. That's something he's going to work on. Randy Couture said it after the fight that, you know, Lesnar needs to get in the gym and just get pounded a little bit so he can get used to getting punched. But with that being said, with Cain Velasquez, complete dominating performance in the first round. Lesnar came at him, Velasquez knocked him. It was awesome. Velasquez is the new heavyweight champion. Junior Dos Santos is next. Exciting fight. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say that I think Cain's unbeatable, because I did that with Machida, and we saw what happened once he had to defend the title. Once you become the champion, everybody below you starts to focus on you and find the weaknesses in your game, and I expect Dos Santos to bring a good game plan to Cain. That's going to be a great fight. Where does Lesnar go from here? Lesnar, Nogueira. It's going to happen. It's already been talked about. Lesnar, Nogueira. It's a perfect fight for Lesnar, to where he can actually work on his stand-up with a quality stand-up fighter in Nogueira, but really not be pressured enough where he's going to be back down. It's going to be a good fight for Lesnar. Great night of fights, guys. Give your thoughts on this video. UFC 121, Derek All MMA channel, out.